set for football. So are we as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Denver Broncos.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
Here we go in a rematch of Super Bowl 48. The Seahawks and Broncos are underway. Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Wilson. And right away, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
A gain of 10. And the Broncos first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Made by
Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Lock to throw on 2nd down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. Lock on the give. It's Lindsay. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Phillip Lindsay taking it in, and the Broncos have taken the early lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, the Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
On 2nd down, it's Carson, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. 3-4 defense, and that O-line really dominated the D-line on that play.
And think of it this way. With a 3-4, you have a natural bubble over each guard because those guys don't have defenders over them. Oftentimes, if you want to run up the middle, they can get upfield and get on the linebackers right now, and that gives the running back a heck of a chance to get into the secondary.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Wilson's pass.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing is Wilson. He'll find Ballore out of the backfield. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the 1st. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. From the shotgun, Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
43 is the money. You got nothing to run. 14, front it. 43.
After the interception, here's Wilson on the move to his left. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. To throw again, Wilson. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
That's good.
A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
To throw again is Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
4 yards.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. This is caught, and they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. They'll try to run with Carson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Alone. 3 down. 6 down. Check 6 down.
This is Carson. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
And goal.
They'll try to run this one in. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Brings up 4th and goal.
And that is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Bronco defense comes up big. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't...
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Let's go! Let's stop him here!
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 27.
43 is the mic, boy. 43.
Off of play action, he'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The former first-round pick, Kareem Jackson, there defensively.
Well, CD, taking a step back, we're 2 weeks into the season, and you already kind of get the sense that teams are beginning to separate themselves. If you look at the 2-0 teams, and remember, 62% of 2-0 teams ultimately make the playoffs. But Baltimore, Kansas City, Green Bay, Seattle, just to name a few, they look really good.
They certainly do, and in a lot of ways, those are the teams that we expected to be 2-0 at this point of the season. I mean, it's no major surprise. But how about Arizona being 2-0 as well? People talked about them getting better in the offseason. I don't know how many of us thought they'd beat San Francisco in the opener. They did. Then they jumped on Washington this week, and they are 2-0 as well.
Now, on the other side of the spectrum, we know the not good news about teams that start 0-2. The Giants and the Jets both there, Detroit, Cincinnati. So, again, maybe some more predictable names.
Certainly, they are predictable. Again, not a surprise for most of them, although many thought Detroit would be improved at this point. But how about a team that's 0-2 that went through a little bit of a difficult offseason like the rest of us, but even more so because of players being gone? How about Houston being 0-2 right now? They won the division last year. I think that's a little bit unexpected right now, even though they had a tough opening schedule with Kansas City and Baltimore. I think we can safely say that those types of players are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now it's Carson. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Broncos will take over on downs.
Well, let's go back to the start of the season talk, Charles. We talked about some 2-0 and 0-2 teams. You mentioned Arizona, maybe a good surprise. Houston, a bad surprise. Any other teams a surprise at this point to you?
Well, I think that I would look at the Los Angeles Rams right out of the gate at home against Dallas.
Complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It's a gain of 34. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. On 1st down, Locke. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lindsey. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
First down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. Now a handoff for Lindsey. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Clock now to throw. Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
I know he ain't got it. Hey, 0-0-0. Check. March 43. March 43. Go. You. 43 is the mark.
Throwing again. Wilson. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
On the throwaway. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
43.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. That time he was looking for Jerry Judy. That'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again. Block. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he is down deep into Seattle territory.
Complete.
A huge play there for Denver. 55 yards.
And the Broncos.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Locke. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now Locke again. He completes this to Sutton. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll run for it. It's Gordon. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line.
Made by Jordan Brooks.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They're going with Lindsey. He's fighting, but they're not going to let him in. Stopped at the 2-yard line. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Defensively, they were in the 3-4. Solid run up the middle. What made it successful?
Well, what you have to do is control the nose guard, but sometimes you don't do it by blocking him. You do it by influencing him. Get him moving to one side or the other and hit him back on the opposite.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's Carson. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
They'll run on first down. Carson, and he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
On the tackle.
Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Run it. Run left.
Now it's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. The Seahawks on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off around the 37. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. But look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
After the turnover, here's Locke. Going for it all. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy.
Touchdown, Denver.
Jerry Jeudy. 26 yards. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 42.
He'll set up to throw.
He'll find Lindsey here. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Now they run from the gun with Gordon, and very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
The tackle made.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
It's a gain of 6.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Locke now on first down. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, fourth quarter. Now Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up in that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
To throw is Wilson. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller. That is now 5